What is up, guys? This is Colonial Puppet, and this is part 14, I believe, of my Let's Build an Airport series, the terminal. Kind of wrapping up, other than the interior. So, wrapping up on the exterior. Like I said, I'm going to start splitting these jetways. People were correcting me in the comments of the last episode. These things are called jetways, apparently. Haven't confirmed that. I haven't, fact checked, but I trust you guys know what you're talking about. But, yeah, like I said, I'm going to split these off into two different jetways. I guess they're still called jetways, even when they break off of the main jetway area. And that's where the planes will connect. So 2 planes per one of these. And I'm only going to build 2 because that's all you really need. The rest of it will... Oops, I forgot to put this down the middle. But yeah, that's all you're going to need to see because there's only 2 versions of this. There's one where there's 4 blocks wide, or 4 block wide things with 2 block wide things like that. And then there's ones that have 3 block wide with 2 block things. So I'll build one of these coming out of the mid section of the building. Because that's where the ones with the 3 block wide are, like the square doorways. So I'll build one of those, and I'll build one on either side of this, because both of these sides have the same, like I said, 4 blocks wide. So yeah, I'll just get started. I don't know what color to make these. I think I'm gonna use the... Oh, hold up. I got tangled in some wires. Alright, there. I think I'm going to use light stained clay and cayenne stained clay, or I don't know. I'm just going to get some different colored things, because usually these aren't the same colors as the... Alright, so I got regular clay, sandstone, and cayenne stained clay. I'm going to start with the cayenne stained clay. I'm just going to surround this like so. I think this is how I remember they look. Because, most of them, I think are flexible, as in, they can, move away from the plane and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure they're on wheels as well. But I'm not going to do that. That would be difficult. Alright. So I have that. 2 blocks wide. I think I'm just going to use regular clay. I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to do this. And I think that'll be good. It's funny, I think this is actually how they look. I think they're like the mids. They look like the mid sections in between those buses that are that have a bendy midsection. It kind of looks like accordion. I think these things kind of look like accordions too. I'm not sure, but I don't know. And you know what? It makes sense if I did this. I didn't like how narrow it got, so I'm just gonna build this out too. And that should make it less narrow. Yeah. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a fast episode because, like I said, I'm only building 2 of these. Because that's all you need to see. The rest of it, I don't want you guys to have to... I don't want you guys to have to watch me build the same thing 500 times. Alright. And I'm going to use stone slab. Because stone slab is awesome. Also, I'm going to be doing another Let's Play. which I guess is surprising because some of you may think I can barely keep this one up, but I will be starting. It's a little one. It's called Let's Build in a Military Base, because I recently installed a new mod on my PC version of Minecraft, and it was a lot of fun. It made me want to turn Titan City into a like war map, and I'm gonna look into getting like a server or something, and I'm gonna be installing like the Flans mod and another mod, the Rival Rebels mod. I showcased it in one of my videos called like nuking a city or something. I used the Rival Rebels mod for that, and it was a lot of fun. So I think I'm gonna do that and make a server where like people can just blow the map up, fight each other, and I'm gonna have like 2 army bases in the city, and like each team starts off at that army base, and like they have to like take over like positions in the city, and it's kind of like fighting over territory. It'll be pretty cool. But yep, this is what this is gonna look like. And not done yet. I'm going to do this actually. Boop boop boo. So that's gonna start pretty soon. Like I may upload it at some point this week, because I'm pretty free now. A lot of my friends go back to school, and my school's winter break is pretty long because we have winter session, and that just means that people can take courses over winter break, and as a result our winter break is a lot longer because there's people taking classes, which is pretty cool. So I have a lot of free time, though I'm not going to I still may not upload as frequently as some people may want, because I'm working on a project which I still haven't asked if I can tell anyone about. I'll definitely do that soon though. And sorry for people who would like to know what that's about. It is Minecraft related. It's pretty interesting. I'll let you guys know about that as soon as possible. Boop 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 boop. And this is what it looks like, I think. I mean, it's not... I think it looks alright. Like, I know it doesn't match the building, but I don't think it's supposed to. Like, from the ones I saw in, like, pictures and stuff, they didn't really look too, like, architecture-y, I guess. They're more of just kind of like a attachment to a building that doesn't really... It's not, like, aesthetically pleasing. It's just kind of there. It's also why I'm using these instead of, like, stone blocks. Because, like I said, I think these things are on wheels usually. That window looks kind of out of place, so I'm going to get rid of it. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. Not the fanciest of jetways, but it definitely does the job. Looks pretty cool too. Alright. And I'll build another one. I'll build like the other one coming out of this way, and then I'll build another one. Like I said, I'll do what I already said like 100 times in this video. Alright, so I'll get started. Or actually, I'm probably going to add light first. Didn't use that, and I didn't use any iron. So I'll replace that. Yep. But sorry I haven't made these. Sorry I haven't been very consistent with these. I've been very busy. When you go to college and you still are close friends with people you know from like high school, you want to spend as much time with them as possible. And I have a lot of good friends that I'm still friends with from high school, and we do some crazy stuff still. So I've been hanging out with them and just doing random stuff. I'm yawning. I'm really tired. Which is also, like I said, I usually end up doing these really late at night because, well, today I just got back from visiting an abandoned place. There's an abandoned like school campus where I live, and I recently got a drone, like a little quadcopter drone with a camera attached to it, and I flew it around there, which is pretty cool. And it was pretty fun. Like there were some old abandoned houses that were creepy, and there's like places that were all like run down that you couldn't enter in the house, so you just send the drone. A lot of fun. So that's the stuff I do. Alright. Alright. Trying to figure out how to do this. That looks good. So yeah, drones are definitely fun. Like, I don't know why I wanted one so badly, but for some reason, my parents got me one for Christmas. It was a really tiny pink drone. And it was pink because it was the only kind they had. And it was really tiny, and it like didn't work. And I thought it was cool, and I definitely wanted one that worked, so I spent like $50 on eBay and got it's like a SEMA something quadcopter with a camera attachment. And the camera isn't very good. It's like, it says it's HD, but two things are wrong with it. One, it has really bad focus, so it doesn't, like, it only focuses on things that are really close up, which doesn't make any sense for a drone, because like I always thought the appeal was like you can go out and like do all these really long focus landscape shots and stuff. And yeah, the camera on the quadcopter kind of sucks. It's out of focus, like I said. It only focuses on things up close, and it also like is horrible. It has no, like, you can't see anything even when it's remotely dark out, which kind of sucks. But oh well. But if you fly it in the daytime, you get kind of fuzzy but cool like aerial view pictures of like your neighborhood and stuff, which is pretty awesome. And it's mostly just fun to fly around. There are people who like spend hundreds and even thousands of dollars on like high-end quadcopters with like HD cameras and everything, which hopefully it's an interesting hobby, and it's definitely one I'm interested in. It's really fun, especially like taking them to dangerous places and flying them around, because like the abandoned places we've visited were pretty dangerous. They were abandoned for years, and so like they were really decrepit. You felt like you were gonna like fall through the floor at any moment, which is scary but fun. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta step out of your comfort zone in order to have fun. And it was interesting. Like, it's a private property place, so technically we weren't allowed to be there, but we went anyway because it's cool and everything. And we thought it was abandoned, but some maintenance people came up because there are still active wires, like telephone wires that run through the property. And like we were just walking down this road and all of a sudden, like, this truck comes out of nowhere, and like we all had to run into the like woods and hide, and like they got out and like we're walking around for some reason. We were just like laying down, trying not to be seen. It was a lot of fun. Really scary, but it was good kind of scary, I guess. I live for those moments. Those are always fun. Like, danger, 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 danger. Crocodile hunter man. And my cat just jumped up onto my sofa and is crawling behind me. Sorry. I'm trying to... I would have skipped this, but it's like inverted, and I don't know if that may mess people up or not. So I'm just gonna build this whole thing, and then... I don't know, then I'll do the other one, and then that'll be it. Then I'll cut and show you what it looks like when it's all done. And, yeah, that'll be it for this episode, and then I'll do, I guess, the interior. I'll start on the interior, because that's pretty much it for the exterior of the terminal. So it's almost done. None of these Let's Play things have gone past, like, 16 episodes. I think, like, that's as far as they've gone so far. So my skyscraper, my hotel, and now the terminal let's build. I don't think any of them are going to make it past 16 episodes. Or I guess be longer than 16 episodes. Which is pretty good. I was thinking that this would be a lot longer. Well, I guess if you count the airport in general, it's pretty long. So like 30 episodes. Which is pretty insane. But you guys like them, so I keep making them. That, and I just want to finish this airport. I can't start it and then not finish it. That's just lame. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out right now. So that's how it looks. Ta-da. Not too shabby. And then I'm going to do the... Or wait. Is that how the... Oh yeah, I have to put this little fancy railing thing. Or not railing, like top thing. Alright. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then... Whatever place I am. Oh, that's stupid. I'm gonna have to get those doors anyway. Alright. I don't really care about the lighting here. Cause like, I just assume that these are like not supposed to be very like fancy at all. They're just kinda like there. It's not all about making things fancy. Like, to make like a good city, I think you have to like also make like crappy stuff. Like, not make every building pristine. Like, some of the better builds I've seen are like very kind of like they have very rundown and like detailed but like ugly buildings, stuff like that, like stuff you'd actually see in real life. Alright, there it is, done with that. Now I'm gonna move on to the bigger ones, which are or actually I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna add one more of these things, and I'm gonna do this. So it looks like it like connects onto something. Or actually, I'll do this. Now it looks like there's like a weird connector to it. So it actually like hooks onto or airplanes or something. There's another building tip. Just like think about like what actually goes on like when you're building stuff like this. Like if you're building like an airport, like think like what would an airport need, or what would the specific thing you're building need. If you're like, well, it needs to connect to the airplane somehow, like make like connectors or something. Just for that extra depth with like detail and whatnot. And I think I'm gonna just do it all the way down, just to make it look better. I don't think I like how it looks right now. Oops. There. Cool. Looks pretty good. Alright. So yeah, now I'm gonna do the 3-block wide ones, which aren't going to be much different than the other ones, but I will do them anyway. And I don't know how. Alright. So, start off the same as you did the other one. Just, 2-block, wide things like this. Oh man, I am tired. I fell asleep to Planet Earth last night, which is a pretty cool documentary series about the Earth and how it's a planet. There's all sorts of cool life. That's one thing I want to do. I want to, like, I don't know, travel and, like, see all these all the weird things in the world. Not, like, weird, like, oddities, but just, like, nature and stuff. All the weird stuff in nature. Nature's awesome. Although I'm building, like, a city on, like, an Xbox, I do like going outside a lot. It is very refreshing. Especially because I live in a very rural area. Which may sound weird since I, like, build cities and whatnot. I don't live anywhere. Well, I guess, like, I live near cities. In fact, a bunch, but I don't really, I like, the place I live actually is very rural. Like, there's a cow farm, like, 2 feet from my house. I hope that's not too close. I think that's a bit too close. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Huh. What I could do is just have one. If that makes sense. Here, I have to do some thinking. Because these are really close. Huh. Alright. This probably sucks for the people following along, but I'm probably going to have to destroy these two and just put one straight down the middle. If that makes sense. So these two are, like, in the middle. Put one right here. So I'm gonna do that and then cut back when I'm done. So I will see you once. And sorry if you already built these two, if you're following along. So I'm going to destroy these two. Like I said, this is the nature of the game. I just kind of randomly do shit, so I mess up a lot. So I'm going to blow these two up, build one straight down the middle, and then I'll cut back. So see you when I'm done that. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I destroyed these two, and I built the one in the middle, like I said. And it left this permanent shadow thing when I blew up the one that was right here. But yep, sorry about that, and sorry for those of you who have already built those two and had to destroy them like I did. But like I said, these things are pretty random, so not much you can do. That is the story of my life, at least with this game. Messing up and having to start over and everything. Alright, so let me get my splash potion of swiftness. And you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with the ones on either end of the building? So the one over there and the one over there. That one's even closer to this one than that one was. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to make this one a one-lane one and just going to have it go that way. There's not going to be one that comes close to this one. So I'm not going to have to destroy that one or anything, which is good. Because I do not want to do that again. Alright. And I'm just going to quick get back to where I was on the other one. And I should have plenty of room this time. If not, I'm going to be a little mad. But I'm almost 100% certain that I'm going to have enough room in between these. Because, like I said, or I didn't say this yet, but planes are supposed to fit in between these things. So it'd be kind of silly to have these so close together that planes can't even fit. Even if it is just the nose of the plane. Alright, I'm going to measure to where I need to go. Alright, so I'm probably going to end up like here. I think that's as far as that one goes. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Like that. And just because this is going to be a pretty long episode, so sorry about that, but I guess that's alright. Because, like I said, I'm going to have to change the ones on the ends, so you're going to want to know how to do those. So I will do that. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These are going to be a little bit more narrow because they're only 3 blocks wide instead of 4, as you can see. Which is fine. It is a little narrow, but doesn't matter too much. Yeah, like I said, I downloaded a mod that has like turret guns and like nukes and like guns and stuff. So it's pretty much turning Minecraft into Call of Duty, which I think would be freaking awesome with the destructibility of Minecraft, especially on a city like this. So like, just picture like you and like 30 other people versus 30 more people, just like fighting on a giant city map like this, or even just in this airport where like everything's destructible. That would be a blast. So that's what I'm going to try and do with this city. I'm going to try and make it as fun as possible for things like that, even if it means me finding out how to make a server and doing it myself. Although, gosh, all my hobbies are really expensive. So, like, it'll probably be a year before I could do that. I don't know. I put a tweet out saying that I was going to be pretty much done with Minecraft after Titan City's done and the project I've been talking about is done. And that doesn't mean, like, much at all. That's probably over the course of like 2 years. So like, I don't know when I'm gonna finish Titan City. Hopefully soon. Like I've almost filled the entire map, so it's definitely getting there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really think I would want to do much more in this game. So I think after Titan City's finished and I'm done with the project I've been talking about and all that, I'm probably going... Or wait, what am I doing? I totally did this wrong. It's supposed to end here. I'm probably going to try and make a server, a war server, and then that's it. I'm not really going to do much. other than maintain that server. I don't know what I'm going to put on the channel. I'm probably going to do animation stuff. I've really been wanting to get into animation. And I'll still put gaming videos every once in a while, but I mostly want to start doing animation, which I think would be really fun. I have some good ideas for cartoons and whatnot. So let me know what you think about that, if you guys would like to see animations. Because that is what I'm going to be making. Hopefully within the next year. I already put one animation out. It's really awful. It's like the first animation I did. It was just me dicking around on Flash. And it's like really random. It's just an old lady jumping over a baby and then exploding. It's really bad. Alright. Almost done. This, I'm just going to try and power through. Right now I'm listening to music, so sorry if I sound like weird or I'm yelling. It's because I'm listening to music right now. Alright. I'm listening to Death Grips. They're new, they're usually experimental hip-hop, but they recently released a, instrumental album called Fashion Week. The whole thing's on YouTube for free. If you guys want to listen to that, or if you want to pay for it. Which I don't know if you can or not. They're pretty weird with how they release their music. They, apparently this album was, like, out on, like, some website for months. But no one thought it was them, so no one really cared. Then they were like, yeah, this was ours. Like, they always make, like, random accounts and, like, release their music saying it's them. But, like, people obviously don't believe them. Because, like, it's just, like, random accounts saying that. And plus, in this case, it was an instrumental album. So, they aren't known for instrumentals, so no one believed the, person who released this album saying it was a Death Grips album. Even though it was, and it was them who said that. They're a pretty interesting band. MC Ride is a weird man. I don't even think I have to light them, or this area. It's pretty well lit. Alright. Now I'm gonna do the... But yeah, definitely give them a look. Like, all their albums are on YouTube. Though I'd recommend buying them and supporting them. Alright. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna go do the other side. Then I'll do a, yeah, this is gonna be a really long video. It's probably gonna be like 30-40 minutes. Which, honestly, it's not that bad. It's good for me because apparently, I don't know how the monetization works on YouTube, but apparently it's like based on length of videos and frequency of upload. So I've been uploading a bunch of like 20-30 minute long videos, so I guess that's alright. Though I feel bad, I'm probably gonna like, I wish I could turn ads off or something, because like people are like telling me there's like 4 ads per video, which is not good. So after my thing with Machinima runs out, I'm probably gonna try and find a new partner, because I kind of want to join Jetpack, which is the one CNanners started. Definitely want to like try and sign up for that if I can. I think it's closed right now or something. Like it's like beta testing or something, I forget. But I definitely think I got the stuff to do that and be on his network. Because he seems really nice about it. Like, him being a content creator, he probably knows what it's like to like make content and doesn't want to jip people out of like work. I actually saw an interview with CNanners where he was talking about it and how he thinks that content creators like don't really know much about like what they're supposed to be earning, and like they're getting taken advantage of, and he kind of wants to see that stopped. So him making his own like partnership program is pretty awesome. Doop. Yeah. C Nanners was like the person who got me introduced to doing these Let's Builds and shit. Or he didn't introduce me to Let's Builds, but he introduced me to... He was the first gamer I watched on the YouTube. I watched, like, when I was, like, young, by that I mean, like, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, all I would watch was, like, Toby Games, as, like, cringy as that is. I watched that. I watched C Nanners, which I still watch, even though I'm getting kind of sick of all his, all his, what is it, Trouble in Terrace Town videos, his Gmod videos. Like, I'm all for him playing whatever he wants, but I don't know, they're getting kind of boring. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be watching his videos, but I don't know, he's still funny. I watched PewDiePie for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, like, not much. Like, I saw a Slenderman video. My friend showed me the Slenderman video. I thought he was hilarious. Then I watched... There is one video I really like. I like it when he does the mods on GTA 4. He made one... He, like, showcased one where you, like, walk around as SpongeBob. I thought that was pretty funny. Now I think the best gaming channels now are Vinesauce. He like plays corrupted video games and like really crappy indie video games, and like tries to glitch them. And he also like does like really funny voices and stuff. He's really funny. So check out Vinesauce, or any Vinesauce video with like any video on the Vinesauce channel is Vinny. But he also has videos on Exit the Vanagon, but they're the ones labeled Vinny of Vinesauce. And I hope to God this game doesn't lag out and I have to restart. That has been happening a lot and it's been pissing me off. I don't know if it's the new update, but like my game always freezes. I'm getting sick of it. Alright. I'm just like rambling now. I think I say this every video, that I'm rambling. There's not much else to do. Except explain what I'm doing on screen, which a lot of people say is boring, so I try not to do that much. So I'm not. Alright. Boop, boop. Almost done this one. Alright. So like I said, there's that one. Ta-da! 2. Now I'm going to do the one at the end, and then that's going to be it for this episode. I'll cut and like show you what I did over there, but other than that, this is going to be the end of the episode. Me finishing this one, and then cutting to the other ones when they're done. Still going to bring them out to... I guess this will be like for bigger planes, like Airbuses or whatever. They just come to the end and like there's one loading dock. And it would make sense since it's wider. Because there's more people. I'm gonna line it up with this one. But yeah, after this is gonna be the interior of the terminal, then the control tower, then the and I don't know what's after that. Not sure. I guess I'll start on the landing strip. I'm not too sure though. Because like I said, I probably don't have a lot of room for landing strip on this map. So what I was going to do was move it to the PC, finish it there. Because I've been getting used to the controls on the PC. I know I've complained a lot about the controls on the PC, but I'm actually getting used to them and having a lot of fun. Especially with mods and everything and MC Edit. Plus, the project I'm working on, I have to have MC Edit and all that stuff to make building faster, or else I'd be... Because the project I'm working on, I'm building like 100+ skyscrapers. Which, like, completely new skyscrapers. And I'll let you guys know more about that, like I said. I know I've said this like the past 10 episodes. And I've still yet to ask the person if I can talk about the project. But, like, it's like a whole marketing thing, like I said. I don't want them to get pissed off at me because I said something about it and they're trying to keep it under wraps or something. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna put this on. Then the bottom, and then... I don't know how I'm gonna do, like, the connector part. Since it's so big. It's, like, really wide. Yeah. The guard tower. I keep saying guard tower. The control tower is going to be really fun. Because I've been, like, looking up different control towers. Some of them are pretty wild. So I can't wait for that. Boom, boom. I think this is the last one. Awesome. That looks silly, but it also works, so. And if you do not like how I'm doing this on the edge, you can definitely try something different. Because, I don't know. Like I say a lot, don't feel like you have to follow this exactly. If there's something you don't like that I do not feel like you have to, by any means, like, make it that way anyway. Let the creativity flow. I think that's where, like, that's a good way to start, like, getting really good at building is, like, changing stuff up, like, watching Let's Builds, but, like, instead of doing it exact, like, add your own flares or whatever. Add your own, like, little details. Oops. Fill this in. It's almost done. Hooray. Although I do have to add in light and, oops, the top, I almost forgot. Then the legs. Boop. Do. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Looks pretty good. Now for the lights. I'm gonna add. Let me try and find the middle. It's probably not gonna be directly in the middle. And like I said, I'm not that great at interior. So if there is a better way... Gosh, it keeps freezing every time I click that. Like, it takes a while to load the menu bar, and every time I click it, I think it's like gonna freeze on me. One reason why I like the PC version a lot more now. Well, I mean, sometimes it's good, but sometimes it isn't. But it continuously saves, which sucks if someone griefs your world. But it's nice if like you're building a lot and something happens and it crashes. All right, there's a big ass jetway on the end. This kind of looks silly, but it also looks kind of cool. All right. So like I said, I'm going to cut to when I'm done the other side, and then that will be it. And I will sign off and everything. So, yep. See you when I'm done these two. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, I finished all of the jetways. And that's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to check out the next episode when it comes out, and the episodes before it if you want to follow along with this Let's Build. Though I want to remind you not to build the two when I do in the episode before this one. Don't do it. Build the one directly in the middle of the building. If you do, you'll have to blow them up and then rebuild this middle one. Alright, other than that, this has been Colonial Puppet. Have a good day.